I just wanted to have a song where I was like singing a lot more on it. I just wanted to challenge myself to sing a lot more on this project in general. So what's cool about Jade Roses is I guess I was listening to a lot of Flower Boy when I wrote that song, but I was not thinking about Tyler Creator when I made that song, which is the funniest thing about that, because every time I perform it or every time someone listens to it, they're just like, yo, that sounds like it'd be smack on Flower Boy. Like, it literally sounds like you're like taking notes, like listening to the album and taking notes, which is funny because sort of true, sort of not. Around that time when like I started like composing my songs more of a song structure without being a verse chorus format, I had wrote a bunch of songs in the key of C# major, which is called the Heroes theme, which, fun fact, is the main key that Tyler Creator's Flower Boy is actually in. Shout out to Jamil again, because he actually showed me this podcast that you can pretty much listen to anywhere that you listen to podcasts, called Dissect. And it's just, how does he say, it's a long form musical analysis in short digestible chunks. That's the motto of the whole thing. And it's like 30-minute, maybe 40-minute like episodes where like he analyzes one song from an entire album. So the whole season will be one album and he'll like analyze it song by song. Have one episode for introduction, one for outro. And within like the seasons that he did Flower Boy, and that was the first one I started with because I was like, well, Flower Boy is my favorite Tyler project, and like that's the one that pretty much had me like obsessed and being like, all right, I have to go back. There's no way I can't go back and listen to Wolf and listen to Bastard. You know what I'm saying? Because how did he get to this point from where he was? And I had, and during that podcast, they explained literally the actual like musical like theory behind of what he did. He did a lot of like classical stuff. He did a lot of stuff that was like very jazz oriented, stuff that like hip hop guys just don't do, or you just don't hear on a hip hop record, period. Right. And one of those main things was he changed the chord structure for quite a few songs in the key of C# major, so that they was pretty much a reference back to the previous song that had that key, but he had just reworked the way that the chords actually played out. And so I had originally wanted to make 7 EPs about the 7 deadly sins, and the first one I was going to talk about was going to be Envy. And Jade Roses was going to be on there. Pokemon Emerald was going to be on there because of the green, and then Leaf Green was also going to be in there. Like there was all like 3 things that had like the green thing, and they're all in C# major, and they're just going to go into each other like super fluidly. So like through literally like just pretty much learning through another podcast, I was able to apply something that someone I actively listen to on a daily basis into like a song. And I just wanted to have a song where I was like singing a lot more on it. I just wanted to challenge myself to sing a lot more on this project in general. So Jade Roses was like a huge one that came out out of just straight envy that of like pretty much of a relationship that someone was having with another person that like I wish I had but could not have. Right. Like, the rose in my garden is not growing for some reason, but for some reason it's super sunny over there and we're right next to each other. We're neighbors. So yeah.
And when you make a song like that and you put it out, do you anticipate those people that it's subliminally about hearing it, or what's that process like for you?
If they know,
would they be able to figure it out if they listen to it?
Yeah, the fact that it's happened before, yeah. I wouldn't be surprised. My song "Our Lush" is actually about someone specific, and back when it's about unrequited love, so it's about a former love interest, and when I actually went back to Maryland to hang out with them for a bit, they literally asked me if the song was about them, and I was like, huh? What? what was that again? And eventually I actually admitted, like, yeah, it's about you. So I've had that happen. Yeah, people come up to me and be like, is that about me? And being like, yeah, I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you and say that it's not. So yeah, I anticipate it happening, even if I don't drop names or anything. But I don't anticipate like reactions of like how, you know, if they'll react negatively or not. Mostly just because half the time it's like an expression of like what I'm feeling. I'm not really like saying anything that would like, put them down or anything like that.
Gotcha. That makes sense.